Welcome to Podigious, the show where we watch an arc of Digimon and then discuss it. I'm your host, Jeff Ruberg, and with me, as always, are Ashton McDonald.
Hi.
And Ash Soflin.
Hello.
Okay, and now we're going to go around and just introduce ourselves. Okay, so I'll start. I'm a programmer. That's not important, though, because I like Digimon. And, yeah. Ashley?
Wow. I'm an associate editor at Byliner. It's very important. I think that does matter somehow. I obviously like reading. I haven't watched Digimon in a while, but hopefully it'll be still awesome, but maybe not. Asher.
All right, I'm Asher. I am between life choices at the moment. I'm considering going to grad school for library science. I am also a writing type person, and I rewatch parts of Digimon about every once a year, but usually adventure.
Intense.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's discuss what we want this show to be. I think it'll be a critically nostalgic walkthrough of Digimon arc by arc. What do you guys want it to be?
Not that. No. Well, I think it's good to have that, but I think it's what I'm more interested in is bringing, a grown-up's perspective to something I watched when I was, 10?
Yeah.
I don't know. How old were we?
It premiered.
we were
it premiered
10.
when we were 9.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, I don't know when your birthday
Well, actually,
is.
I might have been 10. I'm older
Yeah,
than you.
it premiered when we were in 4th grade.
Yeah, okay, so I was about 10.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
okay, wait. I guess we should have mentioned our age earlier. Okay, so we are all.
Yeah, okay, I'm 24.
I'm 24.
Ashley, what am I? 23.
23.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
Jeff,
23.
you're still 23.
We all graduated college a year and a half ago. So we were in 4th grade when season 1 aired.
Yeah.
Some extra backstory.
Oh, and Ashley and I went to college
Yeah.
together.
Oh, that's the last time I watched Digimon.
Yeah.
Was we watched all the movies in college. So we're cool.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Not all of them.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Did you watch X Evolution?
I don't know.
And
I
if you
think
did
we
not,
did,
that does not
but
count.
we did not watch any of the Tamers movies.
What? No, I'm pretty sure we did.
With the train?
I've never seen a Tamers movie.
The one where they add backstory to Rika that wasn't supposed to be there.
I know about that movie, but I've never seen it.
That.
No.
I'm sad that you don't remember this, Ash.
Maybe you watched it with Jeff.
I don't think so.
I guess also some important backstory is that Ashley and I are dating and have been dating for 6 years.
Yeah, they live together.
I
They have a
don't know.
cat.
That too.
We have a cat. Yeah, that's the important part.
Yeah,
He might join in on the podcast later.
maybe. And then Ashley and I lived together for 3 years because we were
Ooh.
college roommates.
I'm so scandalous right now.
I know, right?
Ooh.
Jeff and I have never lived together.
As far as you know. Okay, anyway, we basically want whatever Ash said to take a grown-up's perspective to a show that we watch as kids, revisit what the things we loved then and how we think about them now, given more context, seeing things that maybe were more problematic than we realized at the time,
Or
issues of representation.
are better
Yeah.
than I thought at the time.
Yeah, there could be things that, from a child's perspective, are kind of lame and boring that, as an adult, wow, there's a lot of subtlety here, a lot of character development that
Absolutely.
is more than you'd expect from a children's show made to sell toys.
Yeah.
Like the Lego movie. Anyway. Okay, so does anyone else have anything to add about that?
We didn't talk about our specific interests.
Oh, right.
Would you like to start? Would anyone like to start, Ashley?
Me.
I don't
Yeah,
actually
you.
have one, so you guys should go.
I just want everybody to know that Jeff's other tagline was "Students of the Digital World." So,
Or did he give one of his taglines already?
A critically nostalgic.
Oh, yeah, you're
Which
right. You
is-
just read that right off the script.
Yeah, I don't know. That was not natural.
It's cool. We'll get better at this.
The critically nostalgic line could be a interesting description on a website or an iTunes feed or something. It's not natural
Oh.
to say as
Yeah,
part of the
no.
conversation, which I tried to do. So thanks for calling me out on that and revealing to everyone.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ashley, you were saying?
Oh, my interests in Digimon? I mean, as a child, I don't remember it being that hard on the horrible gender representations, but now I feel like I am going to be, and it's going to suck. Although I do like Rika, or at least I remember liking Rika. So
I don't
that's
understand
okay.
your issue because
What?
it's a show for boys. And
Oh my God, I'm
there's
going to beat you
action,
up.
And
Jeff.
I mean, girls don't like action, so I don't
Jeff.
understand what your problem is.
Oh my God.
Ash, you know I'm 100% joking, right?
I know.
Oh
Okay.
my god, I don't. But okay.
Yes, there is an issue of I hope that no one heard that and thought that was serious and thought that was a reasonable opinion to have. And if you did, it's not the end of the world.
Get out.
This is not the podcast for you.
But we should definitely say you shouldn't leave, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're gonna anyway if they're not into that.
I think my other interest as a child was just I thought all the Digimon looked cool. Like it's like, oh Guillemon, Dinosaur Digimon, that's awesome. I don't know. I had a very simple mind as a child.
So did I. My areas of interest are also gender representation and gender roles and how the ensemble cast works with that and works with different age differentials and also how the characters grow. I think that's a super important theme of Digimon because as the kids grow, so do their Digimon. And they can access a whole lot more power through growing up.
That's an interesting thing. I will take issue with that in most seasons. Tamers is the best, is all I'm saying.
Tamers is the best. Ash disagrees.
I disagree,
we'll get
but I
into
also have not watched Tamers in a long time. I'm willing to give it a new chance now that I'm not 12.
Thank God. Because it's the best.
I will see. We'll see. I haven't watched it in a long time.
So I'm just going to give a brief rundown of Digimon to people who maybe saw a season or two here or there, maybe they caught the middle of a season, didn't know that there were essentially now 6.5 seasons. And it was on the air for several years and then went off the air in the US. And so people could have seen the first 4 that air contiguously and not have heard about anything since then.
Or they could have just watched the first 2.
Yeah, which a lot of people have.
A lot of people quit after Adventure, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, it changed. I'm not going to watch anymore. Anyway, so I'm just going to give a brief rundown. Digimon began as a virtual pet toy called Digital Monster sold by Bandai in 1997 as a spin-off of the Tamagotchi line. Digimon Adventure premiered on March 7th, 1999 in Japan on Fuji TV, and only 6 months later on Fox Kids in the US on August 14th, and features 7 children stranded in a digital world struggling to find their way home. The second season, Digimon Adventure 02, aired on April 2nd, 2000 in Japan and on August 19th in the US, and was set 4 years after Adventure and featured 3 new and 2 returning heroes who mostly remain in Tokyo and hop into the digital world each episode before returning home. The third season, Digimon Tamers, aired in Japan on April 1st, 2001, and in the US on September 1st, and was the first season to be set in a completely separate universe. It featured 3 children in a world where Digimon exists as a media franchise and is mostly completely set in Tokyo, where the Tamers fight Digimon that make their way to the real world. It was also the last season to air on Fox Kids in the US. The fourth season, Digimon Frontier, aired in Japan on April 7th, 2002, and September 9th in the US on UPN, and was a reimagining of the adventure structure splashed with a lot of trains, with 5 kids stuck in a digital world trying to get home, and lots of trains. It also controversially did not feature Digimon partners, with the children instead taking Digimon forms for battle. In 2003, Digimon syndication rights in the US moved to ABC, and ABC Family began airing reruns of season 1 through 4. The 5th season aired in Japan as Digimon Sabers on April 2nd, 2006, and a year and a half later in the US as Digimon Data Squad on October 1st, 2007, on Jetix. It featured 3 older protagonists in a style more in line with shonen anime for an older audience, and was structurally very similar to Tamers. Data Squad was also the first season to have a distinct name in the US dub branding, as opposed to being marketed as an unnamed season of Digimon Digital Monsters. The 6th season, Digimon Cross Wars, aired in Japan on July 6, 2010, and the US as Digimon Fusion on Nickelodeon a whopping 3 years later, this past fall, on September 7th, 2013. And it's currently airing on the CW's Vortex with 2 X's. I haven't ever heard of it. It is split into 3 half-season arcs featuring 3 children, a general and 2 friends, competing to gain control of the digital world. Another arc with 3 generals fighting through 7 evil kingdoms of the digital world and their death generals, and 3 Digimon hunters fighting and collecting Digimon that appear in the real world. So, yeah.
I should note, I've only seen the first 4 completely. I watched about half of 5 and a little bit of Cross Wars.
I watched like 3 episodes of 5. I've only seen the first 4, and I was watching the fan subs, and whatever fan subgroup originally did it made the subtitles different colors for every character, and it just annoyed the hell out of me, so I couldn't keep watching it.
It was also based on their outfits, the color.
It was
of the
terrible.
It was perfectly fine.
It was perfectly terrible.
So Jeff is the only one of us who has seen all of it.
Yeah, I've seen everything. I watched 1 through 3 live. I watched 4 on reruns during the week. I watched 5 binge watches after it came out in Japan. I have not seen the dub of anything 5 and higher, and I've only seen the dub of 4 and lower. So
that's interesting.
One goal I have while rewatching all this is to watch both dubbed and not actually subbed. I'm going to watch in Japanese and translate myself, or try to.
Yeah, since you brought up the subs, I've seen 1 and 2 dubbed and subbed, and season 4, I think I watched the second half entirely subbed.
I have only seen dubbed.
Ash, why did you watch the second half subbed of Frontier?
I think I was watching it while it was airing, and at some point I either got out of sync or I was tired of reruns, so I went and sought out the sub and watched it.
I was just curious because in 11th grade, I watched a bunch of Digimon along with a friend who was watching a bunch of Digimon, and he, in the middle of season 4, switched to subbed. And I don't know why he did it, but maybe it was just a complete coincidence.
I think there was a break in the US airing where they just reran the same, like, really boring dark episodes over and over again, and I was just like, get on with it.
You know, you might just be thinking of the actual episodes, because the end.
That could be.
So where they're lost in a forest or whatever?
No,
they were lost in a forest for a long time.
Okay, Lost in the Forest part is not so bad. I think the last arc with the Royal Knights is supposed to be pretty... I haven't seen it since 11th grade, so...
It's not great.
It's been a while, but I think it gets the most criticism and is most...
It deserves the most criticism. Yeah, it does. But we'll get into that when we actually get to season 4.
Which will be like 10 years
from now. Long time.
Yeah.
This is a good segue to discussing what seasons we like the best in our rankings.
Yeah.
So I'll go first, and
sure.
I put Tamers first, then Savers. So that's season 3 is Tamers, Savers season 5, then Frontier season 4, then Adventure, obviously the first, Cross Wars, including the little... I guess I didn't make this very clear.
You put Cross Wars before Adventure?
Adventure 2 has a lot of issues. Yeah, so Cross Wars then Adventure 2.
I mean, I'm not sure about... Well,
Cross Wars is kind of confusing because there's... they aired 50 episodes, or 54, or whatever, like a normal Digimon length of a season, and it was like a complete arc. It seemed like a complete arc, and then they announced a spin-off series called... I think it's called Cross Wars: The Boys Who Left Through Time, which really excited me because the Hunter Boys Who Left Through Time, which really excited me because it was it's a similar title to the movie The Girl Who Left Through Time, which was a really good movie, and it's also based on a traditional story. But the movie was animated by Mamoru Hosoda. Anyway, I thought it'd be really interesting Digimon season about time travel, and it was not. And it was only half of the length of a season, and then it was included in...
Yeah.
It was... I don't know if it was retcon or if this was the goal from the start, but now it's considered part of Cross Wars. Cross Wars is considered to be 3 parts, and this is the 3rd one, even though it has not a completely new cast, but a new leader and a new mechanics for everything. But yeah, So I consider the first two a lot better than the third. But anyway, that was a long tangent. You guys should go. Ash.
Me? All right. So my rankings are completely different from Jeff's. I disagree with Jeff's entirely, pretty much. So my favorite is the first season of Adventure, and then Adventure 02, Frontier, and then Tamers. I haven't seen the others all the way through, so I didn't think it was fair to rank them. Am I supposed to go into a spiel justifying my choices like Jeff did?
I don't know. Okay, well, I'm trying to bridge the gap between Jeff and Ash, I think, here. Because I have Tamers is my favorite, then Adventure 2. I mean, Tamers, I think I just like because it was, I don't know, the darkest, the most emo. Adventure 02 fulfills my love of, like, romantic crap with, like, TK, Kari. Yeah.
We'll talk about TK and Kari when we get to Adventure 2.
And then I put Adventure. I don't even know if I've actually seen all of Adventure because I started. I started when it was like in reruns, so I only got to watch whatever Fox Kids decided to put on.
You have a treat in store for you.
I don't know.
Not really.
And then I put Frontier. I used to think Frontier was awesome, and then they got lost in the forest, and I was like, no.
I think they get lost in the forest much earlier than you think.
They
really?
do get lost. Yeah.
That's sad.
I think it's like around episode 15, but it's been a long time.
It's around there, actually.
Also, Ash, have you heard of there was a new Vita game called TXK? And I keep hearing a lot about it, but I just think TK and Kari? Like
wow.
Yeah. So I don't know how fandom like refers to pairings, but I was like, that could be a valid. Okay. How
do you want me to actually go into how the fandom refers to pairings? Because I actually know this one.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, I get to say something. So the fandom pairing, at least the fandom pairing tradition, I suppose, the convention, at least back when it was a little livelier in the Adventure 01 and 02 days, was that you would mash the names together. So Tai and Sora would be Taiora, and Tai and Matt would be Taito, because Matt's Japanese name is Yamato. TK and Kari would be Takari, I believe. And that's how it runs. I don't know how newer generations do it.
Did you say Tai and Kari? Or did I just hear that?
TK and Kari.
Okay, I may have just heard Tai and Kari. I get that confused.
But when you... Because TK's name in Japanese is Takeru. So combining Takeru and Hikari gets you Takari.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's how it works. I think it's cute. Are we going to talk about pairings?
Sure. I think it'll make more sense in the context of like when we talk about the arcs. We'll
of course. I have feelings about Digimon pairings.
Have you all seen the? This is unrelated, but the image that went around a couple of days ago. I showed it to Ashley. That was showing the crests of all the season 1 characters and how they basically did not do them at all. Their traits.
Oh, yeah.
And for Sora, it was like crest of love breaks Ty's heart.
That's just mean. I have a lot of feelings about Sora, okay?
Okay, that could be the tagline in the beginning. I have a lot of feelings about Sora.
Why am I the only one saying quote-worthy things?
I'm just not interesting enough.
Yeah.
Ashley's too shy?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm open about how nerdy I am.
Let's talk about our favorite protagonists as characters in all the seasons. Mine are Ken from season 2, Rika from Tamers, and Takato from Tamers. And yeah, I think Ken's arc is really interesting, and Rika is in some ways a stereotype of a like badass girl, but I think she was very interesting at the time, and also I'm hoping she'll have a lot more depth looking back at it. And Takato I find especially interesting because he's the only main character that's not a completely outgoing. He's representative of the people that watch Digimon as opposed to representative of the people that people watch Digimon want to be, which I thought was very interesting. And it showed that someone who is a nerd basically can do cool things, as opposed to you have to be really outgoing, and that's step one, you know. So, Ashley, what are your favorite characters?
Well, Jeff has a lot more deep thoughts about his favorite characters than I do. Mine is, like I said before, Guillermon, because he's a dinosaur. And he's a little bit stupid. He's kind of cute. It's from season 3. Then Rika, also from season 3, because she's emo. Then Gabumon. I liked his wolfy evolutions, because I like wolves. He's also kind of level-headed. He's cool. And then, Matt from season 1, because he's also emo. These are the thoughts that I had as a child.
Ashley, I love you.
And my thoughts have not really evolved very much.
I mean, I think from a child's perspective, the emo-ness is the thing that comes through, like, as opposed to other subtlety. Like, it's not subtlety. I'm just saying it's not subtle. So you get like, they have lots of like backstory. Yeah, they have lots of character,
feelings and depth or something.
Yeah,
it's not true though.
Yeah, I mean they have depth, but sadness doesn't equal depth.
It does. That's what Nicholas Sparks has taught me.
Well, that's looking at my favorites. You can see that I'm not into.
Ash, we can't look at your favorites. You have to tell us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hearing my favorites as you are about to, my favorites are Gomamon from Adventure because he's absolutely the best.
No.
I stand by this, Ashley.
This is a space where you don't say no. We accept and
this is
move
a
on.
safe Digimon space.
Okay.
It's okay. I almost said no to a bunch of yours.
See, there you
but
go.
well, no, actually, I like all yours, just not for the same reasons at all.
Aww.
I like characters that keep everyone else going, and that's exactly what Gomamon does, especially for Joe. But also, I like the comic relief characters. I like what they bring to stories. And he's a really powerful entity in his own right, especially once Joe starts growing up towards the end of the ultimate part of the show, where they're evolving into ultimates, not the actual last part of the show. Then Izzy, also from season 1, because for a lot of the same reasons, he's the one that keeps the group moving forward in a lot of cases. And he does it from the back. He does it as the actual, outgoing people's right hand. Plus he's a nerd too. Everyone likes nerds. And he surprised me with his backstory.
So Ash, how long has it been since you watched Adventure dubbed?
Not very long.
Really? I'm expecting to really not like Izzy when I go into this.
I love Izzy. I mean, I haven't watched Adventure all the way through dubbed in a long time, but I'll go back and check out my favorite episodes. I like Izzy a lot. And actually, I think Izzy shines a lot in season 2. I love every incarnation of Terriermon. I've mentioned I'm not super into I wasn't super into Tamers as a kid, but I loved Terriermon. I still love Terriermon. I love him in the movie. I love playing as him in Digimon Rumble Arena 2.
So what you're saying is you hate Lopmon.
No, I love Lopmon too.
I'm going to write down
Terriermon
here that you hate Lopmon. It's going to be the title of the episode. Ash hates Lopmon.
Well, then you're a liar.
Have you seen the white Lopmon from Cross Wars?
No, I didn't get that far.
It's Terriermon, but with horns.
It's Terriermon with pink? Oh. Well, see, I like the green on Terriermon. Green is my favorite color. It actually plays a large part in selecting my favorites usually. So Terriermon's got everything. Terriermon's got everything going for me. But I haven't seen enough of Tamers to put Terriermon in first, which is why he's third. And then I also love Rika, but not because she's emo. I like her because she's tough, which I think is different.
I like her toughness.
I know you do, but you mentioned her emo-ness first.
I know.
So, and I haven't watched Tamers in a long time, so I can't expound on that, but I'm sure I will. I like tomboy characters.
Tomboy.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at this link. That sure is a white Lopmon. It looks like it came out of a coloring book.
Yeah, like,
Actually,
is there really no color to this?
It came out of DeviantArt. That's not official art.
I'll send you the official art, but what is the difference between Terriermon and Lopmon? Is it just the 3 horns instead of 1?
They're different colors. And
but aside from the colors, like, once you look at this white Lopmon, like, what's the difference?
The horns. They also digivolve into different things.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Digimon digivolve.
Okay, so let's talk about our favorite villains. Mine are Impmon and Beelzemon from Season 3, Tamers, and Devas from Tamers, and Yggdrasil and the Royal Knights from Savers. And there's a common trend through all of them that none of them are actually trying to do bad. They're all trying to do good in their own way, which conflicts with the protagonist's views. And I, especially as a kid, really liked that. Actually, you know what? As a kid, I probably didn't get that depth. But looking back on it, I think it's one of the elements that I can really appreciate about Digimon. And what distinguishes some seasons like Tamers and Savers from the others, which are just beat out the bad guys. So who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
No, okay, I'm going next.
Okay. All right.
All right. I also liked Impmon from Tamers. I also liked Ken from Adventure 2. And unlike Jeff, I think I actually did notice that they weren't actually evil, especially Ken. And I think that is...
Oh, well, Ken is obvious because he becomes a protagonist. But
I know, bro.
It's the same with Impmon and Beelzemon. Like, he is, in the arc, redeemed. I think the Devas are more complex because they're kind of all destroyed before they are redeemed, which is kind of sad.
Way to be sad. I like the moral complicatedness of Impmon and Ken because I felt like it was something that I didn't get from, like, American cartoons, and it was the thing that made me be like, anime, that seems more complicated than these crappy superhero cartoons that I'm used to consuming. And then I got really into anime, more because of Escaflowne, that's different.
Yeah, I should note that my bridge into anime from Digimon and other children's cartoons was Serial Experiments Lane, which was written by the writer of Tamers, and it has a lot of vague similarities that I don't know if it actually affected my appreciation of anime. Like if it made me like if liking Tamers made me like Lane more, but it certainly helped.
All right, I actually started in anime before I got into Digimon. Like I watched Sailor Moon before I got into Digimon, so I don't have a bridge story to add.
Sad.
Yeah, so I'll just talk about my favorite villain instead.
Yeah.
Unlike Ashley and Jeff, well, actually, I think back when I was watching it, I would have said that my favorite villains were probably also characters like Ken and Impmon. But now, I think my favorite villain is Myotismon because he is evil.
I don't like evil people.
He's evil. I appreciate what he did for the heroes because he just like was completely reprehensible. There was like nothing he did that was okay.
Yeah, there was that time he like took some human woman and vaguely was a vampire to her, kind of?
Vaguely? He pretty much, he was a vampire.
Didn't he, like, suck her blood and then...
He did. She became anemic. So it was heavily implied.
It was, like, one scene.
Yeah, he did that. And, like, not only was he super hard to beat in a very emotionally moving storyline during Adventure, spoilers, he comes back. He keeps coming back. He's that hard to root out. And it's just like the most satisfying wins for me have always been over Myotismon. A million points of light? Yeah. A million points of light is one of my favorite uplifting things to watch for myself.
Is that the end of Adventure Zero 2?
Yes. I also like Ogremon. I didn't as a kid, but I like him now.
You like him from the beginning he's introduced, or only later on?
Both. I didn't like him at all as a kid, but now that I'm older, I find him extremely endearing. Anyway, that's it for villains. I mean, I have trouble with these favorite things, because I like a lot of characters.
Yeah, it's especially how I feel about ranking the seasons, is that it's like, oh my god, I love this season because of X, but then it's like, oh, but I also really like this other season because of Y, and it's hard to compare the two. Maybe we'll have better impressions after watching them all together, as opposed to like feeling like I'm in the mood for X, so I'll watch X, but who knows?
Yeah.
I have no problems ranking these things.
Ashley's a judgy judge. Judgely McJudgerson.
I'm very judgy.
Judgy McJudger.
As long as we can all agree that Tamers is the best. I mean, it's obvious.
We don't agree yet.
We're going to sway Ash.
I don't think you can ever pull me away from adventure.
All right, well, at least pull you away from all the other things you ranked before.
So,
Adventure 2.
Frontier, like
Frontier is really good.
no.
Not better than Tamers.
Not better than adventure?
Yeah, it's like adventure but done better plus trains.
Fucking
So I guess we should close out our list of favorite things with favorite Digimon as designs. And mine are War Greymon, Beelzemon. I wrote Angemon. I don't believe that very much anymore.
I don't believe that either.
I think at the time when I watched the series, he was my favorite, like, come on board. Because it's always in Adventure, it's a really big deal when he appears. Yeah. And I think I equated that with finding him a cool design, but in retrospect, it's not very cool and just an angel, but...
An angel with bullet holes!
He definitely has the nicest hair in Digimon, though. Can we just put that on the table?
Yeah, okay, let's rank our favorite. True. Let's rank our Digimon by favorite hair.
A lot of them don't have
Angemon.
hair, though.
Angemon.
What about
all the characters?
What about Angewomon?
Angemon's hair is better.
Whoa, that's sexist.
No, it's an opinion.
I don't know how that's sexist at all, but okay.
Yeah, it's not.
Disclaimer, it wasn't actually sexist. Ashley, what are your favorite Digimon as designs?
Wear Garurumon, because wolves. I'm telling you, my brain just thinks wolves like every 5 seconds. And then Gallantmon / Dukemon. I don't know why. He just looks awesome.
Yeah, I also have to say that Ashley got me a Dukemon D-Arts figure for Valentine's Day, and it's really awesome, and I was really tempted to put him onto my list because of that, because he is really cool, and I'm looking at him right now. And he has a Triforce on his shield, so yeah.
Nerd couples, man.
And Jeff now has bought a Beelzemon, so we're gonna make them.
Oh my god, they're gonna fight
each other. It's gonna be awesome.
It was the last one on Amazon.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I've been to their house. It's like the nerdiest house I've ever been to.
So nerdy.
It's pretty fantastic. Anyway, do you want to elaborate anymore, or is it my go?
You go.
Unlike Ashley and Jeff, who like the big, strong, cool Digimon, all my favorites are rookie level.
That's just sad.
I like Revelmon / Deputymon.
Oh, is that the one in the Adventure 02 episode with
Starmon? And it's the Wild West episode.
It's the Digimon that is just a giant gun, right?
Yeah, I think he's adorable.
Okay.
I love him. Terriermon's up here too.
Again, no Lopmon.
I prefer Terriermon. I think Renamon is really cool and very pretty. And so there's like 2 different levels of Burgermon. There's the adult form that you first see in Frontier. That's like sort of like a very genial, round lady. But I like the kid form that obviously it's smaller. It's the rookie level, but it's also called Burgermon. And it's adorable. And I think if I had a Digimon partner, it would be rookie level Burgermon. So those are my favorites. I like the cute Digimon. I also thought about putting a bunch of baby Digimon on this list, but then I was like, okay, I already have 4. I gotta cut this short.
I agree with Renamon. I probably should have put her on my list. Ashley has a Cubimon toy from when she was little, and I understand 0% why she had a Cubimon toy, because Cubimon is ugly and Renamon is awesome.
I think I also had that toy, and I think that's just what was available. Like, it was Cubimon, and there just, like, wasn't a Renamon toy. Or it came with the whole set, because I remember also having, whatever Renamon's in training form is, I remember having that. But I don't think it came with that.
Yeah.
Wait, now I'm confused. So, in training in Japanese is what?
Baby 2.
Baby 2? Okay, that's even stupider.
Look, I like cute things. I like Bodemon. Bodemon almost made my list.
What's wrong with you?
I don't care about the big...
It's a blob that's plain
Blobs
black.
are adorable.
And it has, like, ugly things on it. It has, like, lines all over its face.
It's cute.
All right. You see how this podcast will just be interesting because Ash is just so somewhere else away from me and Jeff.
And then on the other hand, there's you and me, and we can gang up on Jeff on a lot of things too.
I found the best ugly picture of Bodemon. I can't share it because Google Image doesn't actually bring me to it.
So sad.
I don't care what you say about Bodemon. It's fighting words.
I don't know if it's going to be Bodemon against Dukemon. I think Dukemon might win.
Yeah, because I'm not rating them based on power. I'm rating them based on what I want to take home.
Okay, I should definitely put this link of Bodemon in the show
Oh my
notes.
god! That is so frightening. No.
I like how it says the cutest of the bunch. It looks so frightening.
It's so scary. Oh my god,
Aww.
what is that? No!
Why
Are you
is it
serious,
furry,
Ash?
though? Why is it furry? Its eyes are really pretty.
It's this. I'm gonna have nightmares about this.
It shouldn't have a nose lump, I think, is what's making it look kind of scary.
That's not why it's scary.
This is scary. What are you talking about?
I pasted a Agumon rendition that is equally as weird. The Greymon one is really cool.
Ah! That's too much dinosaur just happened.
No, that's cool. I like that.
Like, Greymon actually looks like enough like a dinosaur that I don't think they had to stretch it very much, but Agumon is like, this is not what dinosaurs look like.
The Greymon's
Oh,
pretty.
Greymon still looks like Greymon, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw the white Lopmon. That's cute. I still like Terriermon better. It doesn't have the green. The green is what makes it for me.
I just ended up browsing DeviantArt.
Okay, Metal Greymon looks the same still.
Yeah. Why are there so many damn Greymons? Ugh, Jesus.
What? There? Oh my god.
Skull Greymon! I forgot about Skull Greymon. Skull Greymon is terrifying.
Wait, you need to look at Koromon. This is the most terrifying Koromon ever.
A frightening Spyro.
Alright, that one's pretty... That's
Ah!
kind of terrifying.
Okay, I want to come off negative. Like, these are all really cool. They're just terrifying.
Yeah.
It's like that show when we were younger about the dinosaurs.
Yeah, it looks like
Right?
the baby dinosaur from Dinosaurs. That's what it was called.
Yes, it was called Dinosaur.
Yes, it was called Dinosaurs.
That's so uncreative. But anyway.
Are we going to include that
You know-
discussion in and just paste all the links? Like,
You know what in training Digimon kind of scared me as a kid?
No.
Tokomon.
yeah, I was going to say Tokomon with the teeth.
Tokomon is terrifying, guys.
Why?
You'll see when we start. You'll see in the first episode we watch.
Oh, because it did the mouth thing? Is that what?
It's the mouth thing. That generation did not have cute in training Digimon. Except for Tsunomon. Tsunomon was cute.
Crosswords has a character named Cutemon.
Is it
Yes,
cute?
I have seen Cutemon.
I don't think he's actually that cute.
Well, that's just false advertising then.
What are you still showing us?
It's just a picture of Cutemon.
It's not that cute.
Also,
Yeah.
in
It's like
in Japanese,
generic.
he ends everything with Q.
So annoying.
Cutemon, Q.
So annoying.
Oh my
Anyway.
god.
Future episodes we're going to watch about 8 episodes. We have a schedule of episodes, and the next episode is going to be episodes 1 through 8, which is adventure up through Devimon's intro. It's not going to be consistent, the number of episodes per podcast episode. We're trying to keep it manageable to watch the episodes in 2 weeks. And then in the podcast episode, we're going to discuss everything we think about it, basically. So yeah, and you should be looking forward to that episode. So you should subscribe to the show on iTunes, on the website podigious.com. There should be a link to iTunes and a direct RSS feed there if you wanted to subscribe to something else. And you can also follow us on Twitter. The handle is Podigious. And yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Boom.
See you next week.
Later.
Bye.
If it sounds like someone's making a lot of really good points in any episode, then we can be like, you were the star of today's episode. You totally, like, get a new Digimental up, yo. For shizzle.